What is going on, everybody? This is Jose Ledesma. I am with my co-host, Kuyu Flip, for episode 32 of the Ignorant Shxt Only podcast. In today's episode, we have a very special guest, one of the co-owners of this beautiful building called CSSB, music producer and rapper. Let's give it up for X-Rated James.
Yeah. My dog.
Ignorant shit, baby. What's happening? Glad I'm here.
Absolutely. Appreciate you for coming, brother.
For sure.
Oh, man. We give it up for also the homie Mateo in the back with the camera work. Appreciate you, bro.
Gang member.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's get this started. Obviously, music is a big part of your life, specifically, because you produce, you make your own music. You know what I mean? You also have studio sessions here at the building. What does music mean to you?
So music, like you said, growing up, it was definitely a lot more of a feeling. Music meant to me growing up, waking up and cleaning. Sunday mornings and shit. So it kind of contests to more of that, or long car rides with my mom. She didn't really, she don't go over the hill and shit. Like the best way I could say is she don't go over overpasses. She has a phobia. So, you know, we had long ass car rides to get from like Mac to Stockton. You would have to go all the way up till you get to like Fruit Ridge. There's no overpass or something. Cross over, then come all the way back down, and then do the same shit just to get back home. You feel me? So when I say long car rides, bro, we done drove all around Sacramento, just all streets.
To avoid overpasses.
Correct. So every street that she knows, like my mom's probably like a fucking Rolodex of every street in this motherfucker that won't lead you to an overpass.
Yeah.
So, you know, long car rides and shit, really like, you know, oldies, like all of that shit was just like a feeling, I think, more than anything.
Was there any like specific artists that mom always had on tap, whether it was through the CDs or, you know what I mean? Radio, you know what I mean?
Adina Howard, that's a classic one. Aaliyah, all that type of kind of. It was mostly R&B love music. She liked some. She had the gems like Usher. She had every Usher. She had Jamie Foxx. You know, the Winans, BB and CC.
Yep.
It was a lot of different church music as well. You know what I'm saying? That was locked up in there. It never really was like hard body rap like that. Like I never really grew up listening to rap. It was always really R&B and kind of, you know, I grew up with my mom, so you got to consider like it was soft music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of soft music, but that's young, you know. So I'm able to recite these lyrics. Young Keith Sweat, LSG, you know, slaps. Gang.
Yeah, that's facts though, because I grew up like that too. I mean, the only time I ever heard of rap music growing up was when I was with my brothers in their car.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went my mom or my dad back in the day, it was 101.1 when it was still the
old classic
oldie station.
Facts.
Or my mom had fucking, you know what I mean, the CD case with hella fucking CDs in there.
My mom had CD
all
cases.
the lowrider oldies, just slap those bitches in there.
94.7 KSSJ, smooth jazz, real pressure. You ride home feeling like, oh, I'm finna go to sleep in this bitch, man. That heater kicking. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how, that's that.
So,
go ahead. I was just gonna say, with that upbringing and the music you listen to, do you think that has formed or even shaped the way you make music now?
Yeah, I think that growing up with that particular brand of approach, where it's like mostly R&B or softer music, let's just say, one thing that they do heavier to me than rap music, and it's not all genres, it's not every artist, so don't kill me in the comments, guys. But the shit where it's like they really articulate their message, and they really, all of the words are heard. It's not like slang, it's more so like portrayal of what the situation is, or like, girl, I really want you, and it's fucking 3 minutes of girl, I really want you. It's not straying from the shit. So like in rap, you would do like, you know, I hop on a jet, then I fuck a bitch. Well, those are two separate things, you know. So if the song is called "Hop on a Jet," well, what happens on the jet? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Talk about the fucking buttons. Talk about how big your bathroom is. Talk about how big your seats is. Talk about having a table on a jet. It's called "Hop on a Jet." You got bitches on the jet. Well, that's an additive to the jet. So in R&B, they would really tell you about that fucking jet.
No, facts.
Catch me? And so that's what I feel like personally I've taken from that style of music and applied to my particular style of rap. I don't really feel like I want to just say shit. If it's a ratchet song, you're gonna know it's a ratchet song. Mm-hmm. If it's a fucking if it's a song where I'm trying to get my point across, you're gonna know. If it's a song where I'm talking about whining and dining, I'm not gonna say nothing about killing and shooting or my niggas is with me. No, it's about me whining and dining. So like, I definitely typically lean on music that does that. It paints the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, to touch on you and your mom when you were growing up, what is your like most like sacred or favorable memory you have with your mother, whether it was in that car or whatever it was when you were growing up as a youngin'? Because obviously you being raised by moms, that was like, you're one person you had every day in your life growing up.
Yeah, I feel like if it's anything that I would take from just my upbringing of growing up with mom and not necessarily like having a father figure in the picture full percent of the time, it's going to be the discipline that she tried to instill in me that, later on I understood, and I've grown more cognizant of what it means. And so like that particular discipline that she instilled in me, I actually take to the table. And when I'm instilling in my friends, it's not as hard and as straightforward sometimes as an approach like your dad would, where he's like, clean this shit up,
Yeah.
Mom would tell me to clean that shit up, but it's still like there's like a hey son, by the time I get home from work, make sure it's clean.
Yeah.
She give you that before she tell you to clean that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So again, that style of discipline is kind of what I take from, the upbringing, and definitely love her for it. And just, I was hard to deal with my damn self, catch me? So
yeah,
I just kind of like look at it now where it's like, damn, if I was fucking up and mom was really trying to discipline me all that time and give me all the sauce and the knowledge and the juice, what the fuck did I take from it? And it's like, yeah, bro, I kind of take that discipline, that drive, that understanding of where you're at and how to help other people. I did management, so help discipline is like almost hand in hand with management, but you got to know how to discipline. It's not necessarily a disciplinary action where you're just like slamming the gavel, You got to show somebody that they fucked up for real. But you got to tell them in a way that they get that they fucked up so that next time they're not going to make that mistake. It's not like you fucked up, go in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been in the corner a couple times, too. so part of discipline.
Start hitting the wall sits right now.
Tell me where I fucked up.
Yeah,
no,
part of
facts.
discipline.
So, before you really got into music, what was like the sound of music, or what was like an artist? Was there like someone specifically that was like, yeah, because of this person, I want to get into music, I want to make music?
Yeah, so my uncle actually started shout out my Uncle Snook. He's the one that started me like being able to, let's say, touch a computer first and put it on a fucking digital reference, you know what I mean? So he's the first real influence in my life when it came to doing it. He was rapping. He and they got a Meadowview, you know what I'm saying? Well, pardon me, he's my uncle. He's not a nigga. But he's a grown man out of Meadowview, you know what I'm saying, who have his own life and everything that he had going on. But at the time, he was just being a rapper and really saying like, come on, Neff, come do this. And I was like, come do what? And then he showed me Fruity Loops, showed me how to deep. I was like, oh, I could do this. I sat in that closet for a long ass time and kind of just really developed the liking for making beats and for melodies and sounds. And, that's definitely the person that I would say really had it going on a personal level before I was influenced by other people.
Yeah.
When you talk about other people, it's like a two-part. When you talk about other people, bro, I took a lot of influence from E40, a lot of influence from Lil Jon. Lil Jon really is probably one of the most influential people in my life when it comes to what sound is. From that era of my life, he was already working with E40. He already had hits. He already had slaps. And, to know that he was cultivating them sounds and making that shit pop, like the whole those type of melodies are what I gravitated towards. So he had a lot of influence on me trying to find melodies for real, if that makes sense, on that computer. Past that though, E40 always had slap. You can't, you know what I'm saying? And we live over here, so you know so my style of beats is like Lil Jon flavor, where it's like synths and, you know, weird sounds that don't nobody got or something, and then 808s that slap, or, you know, we come from this slap shit, so it's kind of, yeah.
Shout out Lil Jon. Lil Jon used to DJ too, bro. Did you ever take a hand at DJing? You mean?
Nah, actually, that's something that I was thinking of it later here in life, where it's like, damn, I'm getting kind of older. Let's say if I was ever to fall back on something that I could see me doing that I'd be tight, it would be DJing. And I look at it because, you know, I could go be a bartender right now just to get closer to that type of scene if I wanted to, but it's not necessarily about the customer service port or whatever. It would be more, I'd have more fun DJing, getting this motherfucker turned up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really dropping classic songs and shit on niggas. So Lil Jon is definitely, like you said, that nigga, he's goated, gang. Like, so that's where it's like, he's to me before the Metros and all the cats and the Zaytovens. That, not saying they wasn't doing their stuff at that time. I don't know. They're probably not as old as Lil Jon, but Lil Jon was definitely that nigga to me, for sure.
So, what was like the first ever track, whether it was you as a producer or you as a rapper, that you like officially worked on and like just had out? You didn't even have to release it, but just something you yourself worked on and made your own like track, whether it was producing or rapping on it. What was the first one?
So the first one was gonna be a song called "This Is How We Do It" by my uncle, who I was telling you, my Uncle Snook. I did that one, and then we pretty much, I just had him on like 4 or 5 different tracks after that. I was already learning how to do Acid Pro, Sony Acid Pro. And so I was like now transitioning from beats to engineering, where it's like I know how to export my MP3s. Hey, Unc, slap these. They at your house already, slap them. He started making songs to him. So then now it's like, I got to record you then. Like, boom, so we shipped. He buy Acid Pro. Now I started doing that. So then his first couple, like 4 or 5 songs I did, you know what I'm saying? But past that, now you like, let's say fast forward a little bit further in my life, I'm like 16, 17. I bought my own mic. I bought my own interface and my own computer. And then I worked at the movies at the time. So, you know, we had these cup holders. Like they're large, square. They got 2 cups and they got a nice tray size for your popcorn. So we throw them away by the bundles every day. So I went and grabbed those motherfuckers and
on some hustle and flow type shit to the wall.
Yeah, just
I put them in my wall in the closet, gang. And I had a nice wall set up. Yeah, and this cat's real, like, you know, I ain't gotta lie, man. My nigga Josh is one of the cats that can really verify seeing and visualizing that setup, gang. I had my whole side of the wall just sectioned out just for my little booth.
That's how lit, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
I need that mic, man. So I did a song called I'm Ill, and it's out right now for sure on all platforms. It's one of my first songs that I actually recorded in that setup.
Oh, hell yeah. You still got that setup?
No, that was at my dad's house. I was like I was 17 by then.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was like a real early setup in my the first
you
song.
saw that movie and was like, yeah, that's about to be me, man.
Come on, man.
Man, at that time, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I just knew I was getting them damn, them cup holders was denting sound. You know what I'm saying? That was really, I would say, that was really my first thing where I'm like, I got soundproofing. You know what I'm saying?
That's out the way.
Yeah, that's out the way. I got the mic. So I had the means now to do it on my beats. So yeah.
So you brought up Josh. Let's talk about Josh. Because obviously you being a co-owner here at CSSB, that has a lot to do with your relationship and friendship with Josh. Josh Dorn, by the way, if y'all don't know. But
Free bro.
You're hella disgusting. Can you talk about like how you got to know Josh and how you guys have this friendship you guys have today and all that?
Yeah.
You want to get into that?
So I worked at the movies, like I was saying, and then I had worked there from 16 to like 30 really. So that's like a long stint in my life that I was at the movies. Along that way, you meet people. People go to college, all that extra shit, whatever. Josh, when I met Josh, I was a manager at that time. So you fast forward, let's say I'm like 21, around there. I'm managing, and he was the new hire, cool cat. You know what I'm saying? I like all the young youth men that get there that are like stand out a little bit, get in a little bit of trouble and all that, because now this is me again. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of, so I can speak to you a lot easier than it is for me to play the sorry to bother you role, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, so it's like I don't really have a connection with these other people. I got more of a connection probably with the cats that's standing out a little bit because they done come from kind of the similar background. I'm working at Elk Grove, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different kids.
Yeah.
But Josh was just one of them cats that really stood out, and like they put him on the floor crew, and shit, all I could really say is he got it. When I needed things that were authoritative, that I asked for my employees, I've always been able to ask Josh for sure. So he always just got it. He was really like rocking at work. So I was like, man, you the homie. I had maybe like 7 cats around that whole theater, and you talking about 50, 60 employees. There's like 7 youngsters that I was like, they get it. You know what I'm saying? So those was the group of, I called us the Get Money Boys. You know what I'm saying? We was all just getting money. So Josh was definitely one of the Get Money Boys. So like, we all got money together. You feel me? Like there was nothing else. Like that was my nigga, like my ace. And
when was this?
That's like I said, like I was 21, so that had to be. I graduated 2008. So shit, 2011.
Yeah, 2011. Something
yeah,
like that.
around then, 2011. So shit. He was 16 though. Like he was a young nigga. You know what I mean? He had his own shit he was doing. Had a girlfriend, all that extra shit, and I could tell that he liked fucking around outside. So we done did a couple plays together. Catch me, like Josh was really locked in with me like that for real. So one day I took that fool in the back on some how can I say, we was taking out the trash and shit, and then I was like, I rap and shit. I just made this song. And then that's when I showed him this song that I had made from, like I said, I'm 16, 17. I don't really show the song because it's not like, you need to, I'm not hot. Nigga, I'm working at the movie theaters.
Yeah.
So I showed him the song, and he was like, what the fuck? You rap? And then I spit him another song that I had did. He was like, yeah, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, he was one of the first cats as well to kind of, like, let me know, like, after all of this time, again, I'm 21 now. You talking about making beats at 13 and it not going nowhere. Let's just say now I'm working, I'm grown, I still make beats, but it's damn near like, fuck the beats.
Right.
But my niggas showed me like, oh yeah, you tight at rapping. And it's the youth. Again, like the youth telling you tight, I'm like, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
I gotta start rapping at least. I gotta put some songs out. So yeah, that's how I know Josh, and shit to this day. We still like that.
So how did it go from and Josh at that point to where you guys now co-own a building together? Can you kind of share how that led up to this point?
So now let's fast forward, let's say 10 more years, or let's say I'm 35 now. Yeah, so 10 more years. So both of our lives went where they went, blah, blah, blah. Josh came out here, and he wanted to open up City Sound initially. He opened up with it was like 4 other owners. And they got the spot out in Citrus. They was doing their thing, and he wanted me to come through and just check it out. I came through a couple of times and checked it out. And then he was explaining to me that the audio dude at the time didn't really want to do audio like that. So he's like, if there's ever a point in time where I need you to step in, bro, could you step in? And, you talking to now I'm grown. Now I'm really like my brain is in a different mind frame, and I have this experience of management. I have all my tools that I need. I'm like, I could probably do that and be a good asset. That's the best way I could put it,
Yeah.
So then I slid, and I was doing videos on the back end. So I was just editing the videos and shit, helping him out. And then shit, boom, the audio dude switch positions. And so they was like, hey, you trying to do this audio shit for real? It's like, fuck it, come on, let's just go. So that's from that day I joined the group, but I wasn't an owner. It took the other owners to leave, and then I got the opportunity, to be an owner, and that's how City Sound 1 kept going, and now we here at 2.
So when it came to stepping in and being an owner, because like you said, the other people left, whatever that case was, and now you're stepping in and actually not only just doing the audio and working here, but now you're actually in part of making decisions for a building like this. So how does that go in terms of processing? Like, hey, like when I'm thinking about something, I'm not just thinking about it as an artist. I'm thinking about it as an owner. Like, hey, we got to do this. Mm-hmm. We got to do that. How does like conversations like that go hand in hand with your prior managerial skills from working at the movie theaters?
So, I think that it doesn't necessarily apply this same route I'm about to tell you every single time, but just to draw a small scale, typically there becomes this what can I say, like demand. What was the thing? Cause and demand, or how did they say that shit?
Like cause and effect, you mean? Or
kind of
or like
long story short, where it's like, this is hot, so we got to get it.
Oh, supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
Okay, yeah.
So it become more supply and demand, and it becomes, and that's just a different level of logistics than like a sales logistic. You know what I'm saying? Like sales is definitely a lot more within supply and demand as well. But I'm saying, like, when you're talking about people and what they want, you're talking about niche things that they think that they need just to be something. So now that's not necessarily like I'm supplying you a let me get you a sucker every time you come in because that's gonna boost my sales. Now everybody gets
him excited if you were to offer him that.
Now everybody gets a sucker, but it's more so like, well, shit. If you go to studios around the block and they got red paint on the wall, well, shit, is my shit white? Damn, we might need to pick a color.
Yeah.
Catch me? So that I'm not necessarily like giving you a sucker, but I have to make it visually appeasing for you to now come and shop with me still. So that's kind of where I think my mentality has shifted within that, where it's like, okay, now I'm recording niggas. Now I'm putting the time in to mix it. Now I'm finding out the new plugins. I'm finding the plugins that everybody uses. I got the interface to look like everybody uses it. I got blue lights like everybody got. Catch me? Yeah, now we got to get another good couch. Now, what else can we all? We got a mini fridge because they got a.
Yeah.
That's what I would say, shifted. You have to now be cognizant of that and try to either be the curve or, be
follow
right. Yeah. Hopefully get up there where it starts to curve so you can ride that motherfucker, Jack, So it's competitive in that nature to where audio became looked at like that to me, where it's like, it is about the product. It is about the client. It is about trying to still uphold, let's say, the level of how this shit's supposed to go at a studio. But our market ain't L.A.
Yeah.
So what does Sacramento artists want? Because I can't treat you like you're an LA artist, gang. So what do you want? Okay, you might want 4-5 niggas with you and you here because you might feel safe like that. I got to make sure I got a safe environment for you to have that. I got to make sure when you're here, no one else is here. I got to make sure, so now you're accommodating to different things of the artist that you typically, this should be a service. Just come in and make some music, gang. It should be me and you. If Flip is on the song, bring Flip. If you got to bring your girl, bring your girl. She should be quiet in the corner and do her thing. And if she on the song, she on the song. But, the service is rendered and then you go home. But now it's more so like in Sacramento per se, with trying to be ahead of the curve or anything. You got real gangster ass rap that's involved heavily in this shit. You got real politics that's involved heavily in this shit. So the studio session becomes way different. It's not a service rendered. It's like sometimes, not everybody, but some of these youngsters is like, it's more of like a party opportunity for them to kick it with their niggas and really make a song. And that's just tight, but it takes away from like, well, what do I have to have for that to be good and you to pay me and feel like you're going to come back? Well, I can't let you throw parties all the time. Let's just be real, right?
Yeah.
But I might have to have some fucking chaser for you to have your drink, or I might have to say, yeah, bro, y'all can smoke in here. It's $20. You know what I'm saying? I might have to lower my standard of the umbrella of what I think should be going on to appease the artists within the market. And so again, that's what I'm going all the way back to the supply and the demand. Like, what do you want that I have to supply now? That's kind of where it became different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
They kind of touch on that a little bit more. Do you find it tougher, depending on who the artist is, to be able to find that consistent middle ground of being able to provide what the artists want, but also keeping the integrity and professionalism that you want in that session?
Yeah.
Is it more dependent on the artists themselves? Is it more just dependent on like what kind of song they're making, or you know what I mean, or what kind of people they got with them? Like, is there like certain circumstances that like dictate, hey, you know what I mean, we can be cool, we can have a good time, or you know what I mean, or hey, bro, you know what I mean, we gotta probably chill out a little bit. Y'all getting too rowdy, y'all doing a little too much. You know what I mean? How does that finding that middle ground become when it comes to different artists or different personalities?
It's got to be like an initial conversation, right?
Yeah.
It's a hard initial conversation, actually. First off, I want to answer that. It's a very hard initial conversation because what you're essentially doing is telling this person, hey, I know you like Percocets to make music. Don't take Percocets in my session. Could you see how he would just go up the street where he could take Percocets in the session, where they haven't told him nothing? So that's the initial conversation. So unfortunately, as engineers, you know, across the board, we have to deal with these hard combos that we got to have initially. I think that depending on who you are and what you stand on and how you push your program, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have the awkward conversation. And I personally don't ever really have that issue. But that's not to say it brings me joy to even have to have that convo. So I would, like you said,
it's more a necessity than a want.
Yeah, like it makes it hard because like you saying, if I did want this artist that's really just about business, two people, let's lay out 15 songs. You catch me? Like I want to go as far as you want to go. I'm mixing and mastering your shit so we could get noticed, not just you. People still got to listen to it. Who catch me? So I would love to do that with artists. But again, when you, as an artist, if that's your MO and that's how you come in, it makes it very hard on the engineer to really, I'm going to say it so blunt, to give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if all I'm looking forward is to Friday night, niggas hit me up talking about, I want to do 10 to 3 a.m., and I know it's gonna be a rapper nigga party, and they got 5-6 goons with them, and then the side door staying open. I'm supposed to record, keep hearing the door open and close. I don't know where goon number 4 is running around the building. Now some bitches come through. Well, can you see that? Like, is that what I'm looking forward to?
Yeah.
Is that what's gonna give me the plaque? No, that's not. And so you have to now curve that, and that's either on you, on the clients you select. And now you're talking about minimizing your dollar.
Yeah.
So that's where it becomes hella hard. You can't even really sell shit. Like, if you cut that clientele out, that whole clientele box, you say no rappers that want to parlay and da-da-da, whoop, or no gangsters that want to get gang, whoop, and have 4-5 niggas, 30 sticks in the block, in the booth. Well, bro, where we live at, gang?
Yeah. That's a portion of a clientele that you don't want to potentially miss out on.
Yeah, you can't, bro. You got to be able to blend. And, as respectfully a active member here at CSSB, which is a community hub, I can't look at those people as less or more than the nigga that's paying me that is an artist that come with the one person. What do I want? Oh, I want a simple session. So he's probably going to provide it 9 times out of 10 more than this guy. But again, I'll never not take that because of who he is. I just gonna have to. I know this relationship. Yeah, let's go. I'm take a little bit more, so I might not be as. That's where I find a lot of these engineers probably in the same boat. were not as up front, you're very eager to make the money as an engineer. Now you're no longer eager to make the money. You're eager to find a good artist. You're eager to find somebody that I could lock in. Me and Flip, we've been doing sessions for 2 years straight. He enjoyed paying the money. I enjoy fucking mixing and mastering this shit. He's going somewhere, so am I. Yeah. It's an equal relationship. But now if I just get these guys that are off the streets and they come in ones every now and then and they different, you know, woo woo, I'm not as eager to take that money no more because it's like, who am I fucking dealing with?
Yeah.
The nigga's Instagram.
Unless you do your research, you're not gonna find out who is or what they on.
Buddy's Instagram says, "Little Stick Up 98." Who the fuck is Little Stick Up 98?
And all of his pictures are in a ski mask.
Skied up.
No post.
True Religion.
Or no post. Yeah. That's even worse.
Yeah. Purple shit, purple tag hanging out his jeans with a 30 stick. Like, yo, it's like sitting on there with the gun, with the bands on his lap. The world is yours above him.
The money over the face is my favorite one.
The money over the face. Yeah, like, you know, it's just like, again, am I eager? That's what I'm saying. You're less eager to do that session, and then it kind of takes, unfortunately, it takes the love for the craft out of it. Yeah. You know.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to cut you off. As an engineer, because I'm thinking about that song "Fuck Everybody" by J-Bo, and I just wonder what the engineer was thinking the entire time about that song. Yeah. But have you had this experience where, as an engineer, you have dealt with individuals like that, right, that are heavy in the politics, where you record somebody one day and then the following week you're recording their ops?
Yeah, I record all of y'all ops for free. Yeah.
Now that's some ignorant shit right there.
Yeah.
I say for free because they come in and dissing each other, and the only thing I could do is send it out and hope my name ain't on it and take my name off of it, and y'all do y'all. Yeah. I say for free, meaning like if that's what y'all want to do, if that's what y'all want me to provide for the community, for sure I'm gonna do that, because again, at the end of the day, like, it's still a business. I still got to get paid. The lights still have to go on. That money, unfortunately, ain't gonna go to me though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it to, it's not. If you diss songing or not, brother, these lights still gotta be on. You know what I'm saying?
It gotta go to the bills.
It gotta go to the bills, gang. It gotta go to the cause of us just trying to do this for anybody else who's out there who's not recording those ops and shit like that to even have a fucking place to do it, you know? Yeah. So it's like, I'll tell you a real ass scenario that was like, I'm not gonna go hella deep with names and shit, but I really recorded a young man, you feel me, who came in there. I ain't never seen this dude from a can of paint. You know, there's a session that came through. I'm like, fuck yeah, line it up. He comes in. I'm like, what we recording today, brother? And then he's like, he sends me the beat. He said, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm recording a diss song. And I go, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is there anybody I know? That would have been my first question.
It's like psychologically, you know, because again,
different when it comes to that session.
Yeah, that's a different.
Because the whole session, you trying to be in his mind is like, fuck whoever he about to talk about. It's not saying emotionally you're involved, but you got to be on the same, you know what I mean, wavelength as him.
Yeah, I gotta make it okay for you making your diss song.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you that it sounds good. I gotta tell you that those bars are at least they hitting somebody, you know?
Yeah, dude, fuck his grandma.
And it's a part of the business, and that don't mean I'm yes man and niggas saying, they're like, what you think about what I just said about, and I'm like, yeah, fuck them niggas. No, I don't. That's not that. It's just the idea of trying to help this person if that's what they came to do, and that's what, you know, is not deep as I want to get. If spiritually though, that's what compelled you to come to the studio, then that's how you come in.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what to record in here. Let's just be clear. There's no, I could tell you, no, I don't record diss tracks. No, bro. If it's a diss track, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, stand on what you talking about.
Yeah, because some bass in your voice when you're spitting that track.
Bro, because you don't want to be remembered as someone who didn't do that type of shit. You want to be remembered as that nigga that did it. There's a place for you, just like there's a place for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And if that's how you coming, Who am I? I'm just a person that's on the path that, bro, you're not coming back, bro. I hate to say that,
this
brother.
This is going to be a one-and-done situation.
It's going to be a one-and-done situation, gang, because I know, unfortunately, that path that you're going down when you do diss songs.
Especially if you're going to release it. Yeah.
Especially in this city. I mean, well, I'll see you soon. Well, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Depending on who you're talking about on that track.
To fate.
Yeah, we're going to leave that to fate. Yeah. I might go up, you might go down. I might go left, you might go right. I don't think we'll see each other again, but hey, you know what I mean? More power to you. But, you know, I say that to say, though, bro, at the end of the day, but he came in, did his diss track, you know what I mean? It's my job to make it sound good. Make it sound good. Send it to him, whatever. He put it out, and, you know, he's standing behind it. But when that man came out, his first verse and all that shit, and when he was done and he came out that studio, I want you to know, I hit this. He's like, hey, can you play it? I start playing it. Lyrics is hitting. I stopped it. I said, hey, gang. I turned around and I looked that man in his eyes and I said, are you willing to die behind your lyrics? It's the first question I'm going to ask you.
That's a real ass question, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to, because this is how you coming. Yeah. So he said, I'm standing on that. I said, okay, like, you sound like you affiliated or something. You know what I'm saying? I just really hope you know, if you put out this type of content, you know, if it's not just you passing it to the homies so y'all can play it or whatever, you put this shit out, you're going to put a target on your head. And so if you're really willing to die behind this music, I'm going to export you this MP3.
Yeah.
He said, I'm willing to die behind it. So I exported his MP3. He went on about the way.
Say less. Since you know what I mean, you want since you were bringing up that experience, without naming names, can you share with us like your wildest studio session, like just the most memorable or craziest studio session you've had, without naming names, but just, you know what I mean, if you could share the scenario that happened.
Yeah, there was a very popular artist from SAC, and bro was in a session with one of my engineers, and City Sound One was very more so a warehouse / studio. So you had the warehouse portion, which would always have random niggas pull up and we doing random shit in the warehouse, and you're not bothering the studio. So we always have guys from the community that just pop up. They know we in the warehouse, posted, chilling, doing our Doug. They come through, boom. Buddy's in the studio session, nobody really knows. And then he calls one of his partners. Now, keep in mind, this is like a very secluded studio. If you know about it, you do. If you don't, because we hadn't had our real traction yet.
Yeah.
And so he called his boy pull up in a little whip, and the females rolled the window down in the front seat. And they're like, what's up? And we like, what's up? Where y'all? Y'all lost? What's good? And they like, nah, this the studio, right? And we like, yeah, it's the studio. She like, oh, okay, where y'all from? I'm like,
oh yeah, this is some bullshit already.
So you know, this is like 5 or 6 guys now that we standing outside the studio though. Like we're standing in the front of the studio. There's a session involved, but they're parked in the parking lot. So we just like, where y'all from? I'll look to the left or to the right. Like, so I was like, hey baby, this a business. We from the business. I'm one of the owners here. Like, we from the business. What's up? What are you talking about? She's like, oh, okay, no, but like, where y'all from? Are y'all like pinkies down?
Oh.
And so I'm like, nah, bro, you know, like, hey, you don't bang over here? So did you need something? Are you looking for somebody? You know, what's up? And then one of my partners that's, you feel me, affiliated, that's not going to go. He like, if you must know, I'm from Highlands. And so now it's just a little standstill. It's like,
it's awkward as fuck because you're right in the middle of it.
Yeah. And the windows in the back are still rolled up.
You know what I'm saying? So exactly.
Yeah, the bitch drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So now it's like, all right, it's a weird ass situation. Everybody kind of just like on standstill for a second,
waiting who's gonna make the next move type shit.
Yep. And then that popular artist come out the out the studio. And he like, is everything good? is everything good? And I'm looking at him as an owner, of course, and I'm like, yeah, everything good, bro. I don't know what the fuck this car is on. Is these your people? Because they came up trying to trip and set trip and shit. Like, bro, this is a studio. He like, oh, bro, all right. So he put his little shirt down, tell Buddy to get out the car. Buddy get out the car. You know what I'm saying? The bitches drive off. They got to still walk past us. Buddy was like, my bad, y'all. The bitches was tripping. Nah, bro. I don't know what y'all's temperature check was, but y'all enjoy y'all studio session.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then it's now you got the 4 or 5 guys now in my studio that feel like they just been pressed or banged on, and now niggas is showing weapons.
Yeah.
So what
especially
they do,
by some shorties, you know what I mean?
So what they do, they like, oh, we got weapons at this motherfucker. We can have our weapons at this motherfucker. I'm like, no, you can't have your weapons, guys.
Stop.
No. So yeah, that was probably one of the crazier sessions. I mean, things that happened, past like recently, maybe a couple years back. Or like a year ago.
No, that's definitely a memorable last
shit.
studio session. So after that, though, it was all cool. Y'all made the song, and then motherfuckers got out of there?
Yeah, they made the song. I wasn't with them niggas.
So, what location was that? Because you said it was the warehouse. Where was that at?
6009 Auburn Boulevard.
Okay.
So, Auburn and Greenback, to be exact.
Oh, Auburn and Greenback, okay.
Deep out there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, how does it go from you guys were at Auburn and Greenback into now you guys found this spot right here on Broadway?
So, we was doing, we started to now gain our traction, you know what I'm saying? We was known as like a cracking studio. We had a lot more space, respectfully, than a lot of studios in SAC. We had a warehouse where you could feel comfortable with going in and all that type of shit. So, like, our traction started going up. We started throwing parties. We started going crazy, letting people throw shows and shit. We had Freestyle Friday. We just was booming. And in lack of better words, brother, people around us wasn't really feeling that because we was in, like, a commercial-style spot. Mm-hmm. So, throwing parties and all that type of shit, just having an activity over there. And, maybe somebody parking in your spot, you know what I'm saying, every now and then. So they wasn't really feeling it and put a lot of pressure on us. And then the owners didn't want us to re-sign that particular building. Mm. So now we got to go find somewhere else. So we was looking, and we knew we wanted to at least be closer to the city because we was hella fucking far out. So we was kind of looking at different areas, Arden and all these different spots we went around. And then we seen this one on there. And it just looked like a real gym, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to really being secluded to our little space and not having neighbors. Because our activity, I mean, you've been here, bro.
Yeah.
It's, on average, it's 30 to 40 niggas in here per week that maybe are just coming to visit or have something to do up here, like that are not owners, that are not already engineers. There's already a shit ton of people here. Yeah. So it kind of be like, you can't just have that type of activity anywhere. So we found this spot, and it was a little bit more ran down and shit like that. We knew we was going to have to put some hard work and effort into this motherfucker, and shit, we got it. You know what I'm saying? And so now we here type shit, and that was different.
So if somebody was watching this and they're still looking for a place to go to make music or to do something productive with themselves, how would you, as a sales pitch, basically, describe them, CSSB, and basically warm welcoming / inviting them to come pull up to the studio, and what different things can they do here at the studio? Yeah,
so if you're watching this and you want somewhere to go, that's, first off, we are not a studio. We are a multimedia studio. We don't compete with nobody in the city. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no competition. You could bring your favorite engineer or whoever over here. Ain't no competition like that. So that's the first thing I'm going to sell you. We don't politic. There's nobody's time that's more important than anybody else's time. And, we really have a wide range of things that I'll encompass within the multimedia studio. We have audio, we have video, we have podcasting like I'm doing today. We have, photo backdrops if you want. You can actually rent space from us. You could actually throw your parties, your weddings here, your receptions, stuff like that encompasses that multimedia brand that we are at City Sound Soundbite. other than that, we got some of the best engineers in the building, from the city, comprised of our brand. So we have our Soundbite brand, we have our Valstan brand, and we also have our King City brand. These are all individual brands that are inside of our brand that make us the collective that we are today.
So when it comes to the Sacramento music scene, how do you feel like CSSB helps or impacts not only the music scene, but just artists in general?
I feel like the thing that we do that's original and authentic is, we're a great starter place for somebody that's in the community that might not have the means or the, let's just say the backing, the following, when I say the means, it can mean a very broad thing of things, but I say it's a great start for them to come and get a good quality sound, get a good quality experience, do a video if that's what they need, get advice from professionals that will give you the advice on how to do it on different levels. So this definitely like a place for anybody in the community to really understand themselves and see their values. We host shows with community artists. So this could be your first show, your first showcase, your first time being in front of people. We host Freestyle Friday, this could be your first time rapping in front of people and really understanding if you could do this or not. These are all artists that are in the building. These ain't judges and critiques. These ain't motherfucking the cool kids or none of that type of shit, These is people on the ground that's really able to be touched, and so we provide that in a way that don't nobody do it. So if you looking to get it off the ground or shit elevate from off the ground and you need some more push because you don't got the resources, we definitely the spot.
Absolutely. What is like an artist you've worked with as an engineer that you feel like, or Sacramento artist to be more specific, that you feel like needs a little bit more recognition or needs a little bit more love that you're really fucking with right now?
I don't want to be biased or nothing like that. And I say that with respect to everybody that I have engineered in Sacramento. I could just tell you based off of who's placed a lot of time and effort into this shit from Sacramento that I have engineered. And I mean that not only in money paid to me, in money paid to my peers, in actual consistency and going outside the fucking biddy and still trying to run money into that shit, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit. It's first off, the first person I'm going to say is Money Man.
Shout out Money Man.
It's the first person I'm going to say is Money Man. Yeah, real Sacramento nigga that need more recognition for sure. Rap his ass off, rap a lot of niggas under the table, can change his style, all that type of shit. He's like really on that level for real. It's a lot of the niggas that are in the city that are making music that they're on a level that's hella tight, but when we talk about raw talent right off the top, they won't get shy. That's gonna still rap for 4 or 5 minutes. Money Man will rap you, he gonna rap your cigarette off. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga he need more light. Second than that is gonna be my nigga Baby Man. It's just a dude you can look up, babyman.mp3. A young boy, he came to me with, when I say no talent, he looked back and be like, nigga, why did you let me record that type of shit? But I mean, you gotta crawl to walk, you know what I'm saying? And I tell you, like, respectfully under the wing that, I had him under, and his own actual effort as a man to push forward, like I said, the time, the sweat, the money, the sucking, the feeling better, the heartbreak, all that, still coming back to the studio. Baby Man really put in that time and really, now that nigga's a way better rapper than he used to be. And I'm just saying, like, bar for bar, Buddy really shit talking. He really talking his shit. So I fuck with Baby Man for sure.
Shout out to those guys. So now, obviously, you deal with all these type of different people, and I want to touch on what you think about this fat bastard, because obviously in the more recent, like 2.5 years, he's obviously been here a lot. Even when you guys were at the other location, he was pulling up doing his thing.
Yeah, shout out Kuya.
And going from where he was then to now he's a co-owner with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Can you just share what you think about Fat Bastard?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? What he means to not only CSSB, but like the music community and the fact that he does your guys' advertising as well. You know what I mean? Like he's the one, you know, with the halfway shirt. You know what I mean? Talking about come to the podcast.
The wild
studio.
Messages. I love the messages.
so can you just kind of talk about this Fat Bastard a little bit?
Yeah, so as far as Kuya Flip, man, first off, shout out to you, man, for being here today in the space we both are owners at. You know, I'll say that. Kuya has definitely just been one of those cats like in the community where I say, remember I had a story about how I see the cats that are a little different.
Yeah.
Kuya definitely was one of those cats, Freestyle Friday, that it just was different. The way that his mind compute in that room, different. So off rip, I would say like when I got to really kind of know him and be on the same page with him, it was like, oh, he's not really like a you know, sometimes you look at these events and you see a lot of different people in a lot of different places. Now, from the richest nigga in the room to the brokest nigga in the room, everybody got something going on.
Yeah.
He not the richest nigga in the room. He not the brokest nigga in the room. Kuya still got some shit going on. So when I spoke to him, you feel me? I was like, oh, this is who you are. This is tight. You know what I'm saying? But when he raps, you would never tell that that's the same guy.
Yeah.
That switch right there, not everybody has that switch. They don't know how to activate it. It might flick up and the lights might not come on. You know, when you really master your powers, that bitch turn on and that's one of them niggas like he just was able to turn it on in the room time after time after time after time. Deliverables. And he's like, where the fuck's Kuya at? Is Kuya coming this week? You know what I'm saying? So he became such a staple in the Freestyle Friday community as well that he was undeniable. That's the best way I could say. He's undeniable presence. And then this nigga got in the goddamn group chats and all the extra shit, man. And he kept saying fucking, road to ownership, road to ownership. So for like a year, he was a part of the community within what we had going on here. So like you fast forward past the Freestyle Friday shit, and he just kept putting that shit in there. So it's like, you know, what do I think about Fat Bastard? I'ma say one word: manifesto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga was real life manifestation right there. I mean, you know, like I say, from his aura to his vibe to his undeniability to being able to flick that switch on to even being able to toggle it over here a little bit to where now that motherfucker's on. You know what I'm saying? He manifested that shit, so that's tight.
You know, it's crazy because like shout out to you, bro, and shout out to you as well. But like, it's crazy like the way you described that and the way you know what I mean you describe him as a person is like the same way buffets describe him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he come in, that light switch come on and he just starts devouring everything, even men. You know what I mean? He just goes crazy in the kitchen.
They feel the same way about you at like massage parlors.
Oh yeah, I definitely go see Lucy Lou. But shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, I mean, even though you scare, buffets out of business. I mean, what is that one buffet we went to a while back?
The one where you pulled your seat
You're
up to the line?
hella disgusting. No, we're fucking not Golden Corral, fucking Hometown Buffet.
Young's Buffet.
No.
You know he almost put them through bankruptcy twice? They have to take out loans when he comes in.
I thought it was the Eat My Meat one that y'all went to.
Wait, first of all, whoa.
It was an Eat My Meat buffet where
that's wicked.
It was only sausages.
Eat My Meat is crazy.
They only serve sausages.
Bro, he didn't grab a plate. He grabbed a fork and went straight to the tray.
You're
sat
disgusting.
there at the thing. You know what I mean?
You know, usually there's a line to get people to cook their the hot food for you. He just cut every child, woman, and other men in the line and was like, hey, let me get that, please. Actually, those 3 you're cooking right now, just throw them all right here.
He stole other people's plates.
You're hella disgusting.
I think both of y'all licked the bottom of the plates.
That
That's wicked.
Lick the bottom of
Lick the bottom of that motherfucker, Jack.
You really get the flavor at the bottom, though.
Yeah, especially if there's, you know what I mean,
y'all both ignorant.
Some fat, you know what I mean? Get that flavor.
Oh, that's good ceramic.
He's a gravy saver.
Oh, for sure.
Gravy saver is crazy.
He scoops all his gravy into the
He's
corner
a
so he
fat
can
saver.
drink it.
Why do you think he's not changed in 15 years?
He'll cuff his hand like that and hold gravy.
He don't care if it's coagulated.
Yeah, he'll take it home in his pocket.
That's what kills us.
Congealed.
That's hella funny. Okay, so when it comes to all the events that CSSB holds, has there been like an event that's been most impactful to you as not only just an owner here, but as just a person who's seeing things in real time? You know what I mean? Has there been an event or something that CSSB has done or held that's like real memorable to you?
Yeah.
He on some wicked timing with that look at the camera.
God.
Freestyle motherfucking Friday.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the one, man. That's gonna be the one, man. That started everything, brother. Like, no cap, before the building, Freestyle Friday was the foundation that allowed my brother Josh to even be able to see that this is something that we could do. You know, so if there's any of them that's gonna stand out, bro, I'm telling you, we threw Freestyle Friday from fucking like 2017, 2018, nigga, all the way until continuing to do this shit. You feel me? So the idea, bro, that's like, this shit is like built off of that foundation of free events. Every Friday, here's a free event. Here's a free event. We did Freestyle Friday for years and made no money. Ryan, Exhale Smoke Shop, shout out him, motherfucking godfather of Freestyle Friday as well, hosted all of those events for no money. So, you know, yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it started on live, right?
No, it started in person at my buddy Tyrone's house in the backyard type shit.
Okay.
Yeah, pull up and show your bars. Like, Josh was already on that. Like, y'all could pull up here. You know, he found the spot. Y'all could pull up here. And then he found Exhale Smoke Shop. And then we did Exhale Smoke Shop. Live was a product of COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, live never came until COVID.
People couldn't get out the house. And
Exactly.
Gatherings were illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out Tyrone though, you know what I mean? Him being the first spot, you know what I mean, to allow people to come to wherever he was staying at the time and you know what I mean,
hell yeah,
their shit. So shout out him.
You're gonna hear that in Josh's interviews too. You know what I'm saying? That shit is cohesive.
So when it comes to Freestyle
Tyrone.
Friday, you guys obviously, like you said, did it for a long time, no money. Then there was a point where you guys tried to, you know what I mean, involve funds a little bit for people to pull up. And then obviously there was a time where you guys even paused Freestyle Friday.
Yeah.
And this past month, you guys finally brought it back. I mean, I think you guys have had 2 already.
Just one.
Oh, just one? Okay,
Yeah.
So you had the one since you guys brought it back. You know what I mean? Can you kind of like touch on like the impact of having it back after it was, you know, you guys had to shut it down for a little bit? And like the feeling of people when they came in and were like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean, Freestyle Friday's back type shit. Can you kind of touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so one of the things with Freestyle Friday, as it being a community event, there's no guarantee with overhead. So in the end of the day, it's still a business. So now we go from throwing it at somebody else's spot to throwing it at our spot, and then there's still overhead, you know. If we could do it like respectfully, shout out Ryan, if we could have did it like that where it's just free all day, I mean, guess what we would have? Free all day.
Yeah.
But again, with the overhead, with the lights and everything, you know, with the manpower, you gotta be here for 4 hours. You don't get paid. You gotta tell your lady that. You gotta miss out. You gotta miss out on every Friday. If we throw it for 52 weeks or whatever, 50 every weeks, every Friday is gone. So that's a lot of manpower that you gotta dedicate. You gotta be willing to look inside yourself as an owner and say, hey, we're doing this for this cause and for the people. But if there's 4 people in that room, I mean, again, it becomes weary. It becomes tiresome. It becomes an issue when you're beefing with your shorty now. You don't ever got a Friday off, and you're supposed to have a Friday off. You know, these are things that become real to the situation of the event. And, you know, I think that us bringing it back is in good faith of just understanding our capacity. understanding who we are still to the community and still giving those people that enjoy that event, you know, a time to come out and shine. We had everything from our Freestyle Fridays originals to cats bringing out new cats, and you know, it you can see where that event holds its value. So I feel like us bringing it back is hella tight. I feel like just really realizing the full capacity before we continue and making sure it makes sense is like something that we just gonna always try to iron out as we go, you know. Shit, the people need it though.
Absolutely.
You know, like
I definitely feel like that's like your guys' biggest like advantage in terms of community based company that this is the Freestyle Friday. Mm-hmm. Like I've been to a couple. I mean, back when I was coming here pretty regularly, and like just seeing, you know what I mean, the amount of people. First of all, amount of people that want to come here when it's Freestyle Friday, and how diverse the room is, you know what I mean, and how ignorant it gets, you know what I mean, especially with this guy when he has the mic.
That light switch go on.
Yeah, so it's just like, just seeing that, you know what I mean, people really fucking with it. People just, you know what I mean, everyone's trying to get on the mic and just say something, even if it's something ignorant, you know what I mean, just to be like, hey, I'm a part of this community, I'm a part of this room. I want to just, you know what I mean, say something funny real quick and then pass it back to somebody else. Yeah. So I feel like that's definitely your guys' biggest advantage when it comes to being community-based, is the Freestyle Friday, because no one else is doing that. I mean, is allowing people who could be from anywhere. You can, you know what I mean, even if you're not from Sacramento, if you just want to be a dude that's like, just say, for instance, from Stockton, and you just see a Freestyle Friday post, like, oh shit, let me go to Sac. I mean,
just
let me check out this spot.
And we do have, you know, shout out to Ritual Couture's, shout out to motherfucking Leviticus Canes, the motherfucking Mejias. These are all cats that are names that come from different environments. The Top Shelf Dro, you know, these are all men who seen it. Yeah. Who literally are testaments to what you're speaking to. Seen it in other cities, said, I'm driving out there. Yeah. Mejia drove from fucking Modesto, gang.
Woo! Shout out him, bro, because damn.
Yeah, so when niggas get to talking about they can rap or they're about it or they're trying to do it.
Are you really putting the time in?
That's, I mean, yeah, like how can you show cats in this room? And that's where I think even Freestyle Friday excels as an event, is because, you know, all egos aside, for real, if any Sacramento artist is watching this that claim that they have bars, like, come to Freestyle Friday, you're going to realize that you do on paper, but you can't do it in front of cats. You can't do it right here.
You can't fake it in front of people.
No, ain't no faking that shit, gang. When the mic is yours and you're in front of 8 niggas that can really turn that light switch on, and we are those niggas in the city, is good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because all the guys that are in that room that have light switches, that have auras, that can really get on that mic time after time after time, I'm not talking about one event, bro. Don't come to one event and fucking spit your bars that you wrote down, that you, look, do that shit too. Because we invite all rap, just so we can be clear. Do that shit too. But don't do that shit and say you one of the tightest rappers in the city, or that you really, nah, bro, because you talking about going to the trenches, going to the, you know, it's like basketball, bro. Like, the niggas that's in the NBA is super tight. The niggas from that city that's in the NBA is super tight. A lot of them niggas is trench babies, though, that came from the trenches. So unless you could come down and even talk to them on this level, you can't really say, oh, I just got here, my name's Jose, I play in the NBA, but I'm the tightest in the city. I've been living here for 4 years, and I don't see no niggas tight as me. They gonna say, bro, go to the trenches. It's a nigga named Kuya Flip that's balling his motherfucking ass off. He's shutting down all the gyms in the trenches. Go talk to him. And then you're gonna see that you
really go test yourself.
You really then see that you play ball, but there's levels.
Different.
It's different. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not to say you're better or he's better, but again,
but it's an opportunity to iron sharpen iron situation.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. When we get in that Freestyle Friday room, bro, like, even myself, like, humbly, I'm gonna say, bro, I'm a lyrical beast. I can grab that mic and turn that light switch on. Like I'm telling, you know, my brother he can. So again, you gotta recognize, like you said, iron sharpen iron. So I really be looking at some of the rhetoric of some of the cats that's in Sac when they, you know, hold themselves to a plateau or feel like, you know, they doing it on a certain level because it looks a certain way and all that shit. I mean, gang, look, you know, some of the best niggas is still going back to the trenches and still competing or still, you know, fucking, let's say like a Meek Mill. He's not riding with Travis Barker and them. He's not, or I think that's Buddy's name. He not riding with the famous dirt bike niggas. He riding with real trench babies. Yeah. That's really popping wheelies and standing on handlebars and kicking feet off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They get down in Philly.
Yeah, so when you start to contest his bars and say, can he ride? Is he one of the better riders? Well, shit, nigga, look at who he out there with, gang. Yeah. Everybody out here got the feet off the back. You see what I'm saying? And this is kind of what I'm saying. Like, you know, Freestyle Friday is one of those places, bro. We really cultivate real rappers, niggas that's really about that. That's going, the first time you come, if you rap, you're going to feel the first time jitters. You're going to rap something. By the 7th time you come in there, you're going to start shaking hands. Yeah. You're going to if you continue to rap, it will gain your confidence. That's a big confidence booster for anybody in the community that doesn't know if they're ready to face people. Yeah. Well, we all artists, gang. Yeah, like we all artists, so I'm not finna tell you suck. I'm just gonna show you how to kick your foot off the bike better. Because you over here with niggas that's really kicking feet off bikes. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's that type of concept.
No, that's facts.
One thing I do want to attest for Freestyle Friday too, bro. Obviously, I'm at this point of ownership through the manifestation, right? And Freestyle Friday is not only an event, bro. In my opinion, I think it's a community for real. Yeah. Because the networking possibilities that came from them, like through Freestyle Friday, bro, I have lifelong friends. I have fucking business partners. I have people who I consider family, like that I've met by just coming to these events. Facts. And I think it goes not just for me that way, but for other folks as well. You know what I mean? Like you come enough times, bro, you really start to make people.
Connections.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Freestyle Friday, bro, is everything to me.
Respect, man. That's tight to hear you say that too. Like, you know, we didn't know when we was doing that shit that it was gonna mean everything to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't no script. That ain't shit wrote down. But like that is like, I look at it the same way. It's a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, and a sisterhood for the sisters. Shout out Kai 47. You know what I'm saying? Shout out.
Shut up, bitch.
Shout out motherfucking Sav 7 and, you know, all the women of Freestyle Friday as well that come out and spit their bars, all the poets, all the you know, people that just got something to say, man. Like, they all feel it. You know, it's all a community vibe there for sure.
Absolutely. Shout out to you guys and shout out to CSSB and shout out to Freestyle Friday, man. Now, as an engineer, is there like a dream artist you'd be like, oh, bro, like working with that person would be fucking, you know what I mean, my magnum opus situation?
So it's kind of tough because as an engineer, I would say if there's anybody that I want to work with, is somebody that sonically knows what the fuck they doing, so that it can help the product.
Yeah,
that's the short and simple answer.
Yeah.
If we're talking about who would I like to work with, because I think that our chemistry would be something that's like out of this world, I would probably have to go with Wiz Khalifa first, because he's transcended the genre of just being a hip-hop artist or rap artist or whatever. So I feel like if I was to be able to get him some beats, and you know what I'm saying, I don't even got to be the engineer, because that's why it's kind of like a little two-parted, because I'm still a producer. So it's like, if I could get him in the room and just have some shit to do, I know we could still jump to the engineering spot, but I'd have beats and assortments where it's like he would probably, you know, be like, ooh, load that up. You know what I mean? Load that up. And we'd probably make a plethora of music. I think that's probably one of the main artists, I would say. I mean, my first favorite for sure was Nipsey. That was just my dog. Like, I was in LA around the time he was coming, for sure. R.I.P. to Nip. I was in LA like growing up in my life when he was cracking. So like the marathon dropped, I was living in LA when the marathon dropped. So like it was already like some kind of, it's like a real underground movement that you hearing from Buddy that got the fucking mixtape. You know what I mean? And nigga share me the fucking mixtape, nigga, not, but everybody don't got that shit. Like, it was a lot more like that. So I literally like Nip like that. But when you talk about music though, just straight up gang, like Wiz Khalifa makes so much type of music, bro, from fucking slaps to it's been a long, like all that. His shit is so
diverse,
that would be my prime artist to work with.
Absolutely. And then before I get into this outro and allow you to have like 5 minutes to, shout out yourself or anything you're doing or anything CSSB's doing, can you give me 5 artists you just wish you can be involved with, whether it's producers, whether it's rappers, whether it's singers? Can you just give me like a top 5 of your favorite artists?
That's a tough one, bro.
I know it is. It's always tough.
Yeah. I think that for me, again, it'd be more, when I think about that, it's hella more sonically than it is influential. So these people that I'm gonna say, they might not have the best influence, but like you talking about sonically, like making a hit, like you talking about the industry side of shit, like, okay, I think that I could make hits with like a fucking, we from over here, so like I could probably get on like a J-Bo hype or something like that, but that's not like my top 5, you feel me? Really, it's gonna be like a Lil Durk. It's gonna be a fucking Icewear Vizo. It's gonna be somebody probably like Rick Ross. Yeah,
live instruments on a lot of his production.
Exactly. That's why he got a lot of live instruments. I said Wiz Khalifa, so I'm not gonna put him in this. I'm just gonna take him out. But I would say who is over there? Lil Baby.
Okay.
And then Future.
Say less.
Yeah. Sensational.
Astronomical.
Yeah, cats like that. They got that Atlanta style. I think that, again, like my beats kind of favor that. And so I look at, like, again, sonically and who I could probably make hits with, who I could go through my beat selection and they would pick something. Probably those 5 for sure.
Right. Shout out to you then. That's a dope list.
Yeah.
So now, brother, take all the time you need to promote yourself, promote anything you're doing personally or anything that the building's doing events-wise or, anything. Just take all the time you need. Shout out yourself, basically.
Okay. So this kind of like the part where I snap.
Yeah. Yep. Facts.
Y'all gonna cut this part out?
No, hell no. This is all you.
Yeah.
This is all you.
I'll clip it.
So this is the part.
This is all you.
Hey, they said they cutting this shit out. Yeah, bitch. Ignorant shit only, bitch. Yeah, you know what the fuck we talking about, man. Right here at CSSB. My nigga Jose. My nigga Kuya Flip.
Mateo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, me and Mateo, that's gang already. So my nigga Mateo in the motherfucking back, man. On the switching 1s and 2s. It's your boy XJames, man. Come down to City Soundbite. We got a lot of motherfucking fun activities, whether it's growing your brand, whether it's seeing some good people, learning some shit, learning the game, you know what I mean? Don't be running off with it, ha, ha, ha. But we really don't give a fuck over here. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we love you, we care, but we don't care as much as you care. So if you want to come care and put in the time and effort, we're going to care for you right here at CSSB. If you don't give a care, we don't give a fuck. What did he say? If you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Yeah, exactly. So shit like that, man.
How can people get a hold of you if they want to work with you?
They can reach out to the page, man. Reach out to City Soundbite on Instagram. I currently do not have any Instagram. I just want to make sure that over the next couple years that my brand is really a part of the representation of me. And so, if you really want to reach out to me personally, just reach out to the brand. Ask for XJames. I'll lock you in with my phone number and we'll get a real personal going from there. Past that, man, follow the motherfucking page from City Sound to motherfucking Ignorant Shxt Only. Make sure you like and subscribe with the video. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Shit like that.
All right. Well,
oh, yeah. Wait. Nah, go ahead.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. Okay. So this was episode 32 of Ignorant Shxt Only, baby. Love this episode. Again, appreciate Mateo with the camera work. Appreciate you, brothers. Clap it up for James, man. Appreciate you, brother, for coming by. You know what I mean? Doing your duck dizzle. Shout out to the co-host, man. We're going to have episode 33. Shout out Matthew. December 13th. We're still figuring out the guest for that episode. We have a couple people in mind, but we'll have that announced soon enough. We had someone drop out, so we got to replace someone. But December 13th, episode will be released around the 14th, 15th of December. You know what I mean, on YouTube. But this episode with X-Rated James, as I like to call him, I mean, I like to fuck with him, call him X-Rated James. This should be released tomorrow or Monday. So that'll be what? The 30th or 31st. So, you know, be on the lookout for this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a great Saturday. Peace.